Hey, what's up, YouTube? I am Henry Vernon from ACC Driving School. Alright, so I'm at a DMV in Broward County, Florida. I'm going to run through the driving test real quick. Before I go into the driving test, though, I'm going to ask you guys to subscribe to my other YouTube channels. I have 3 channels altogether. If you are a car enthusiast, I have my car channel. It's called Exotic Car Culture. Check that out. If you are into sound systems, reggae music, dancehall, check out my sound system channel. It's called Sequence Sound. And this channel, ACC Driving School, if you have not subscribed, I'm going to ask you guys please to hurry up and subscribe. Alright, I also have the 4 to 8 to 12-hour traffic ticket classes available on the website. That would be accdriverseducation.com. Again, that's accdriverseducation.com. I am now offering, well, you can access the third-party driving test through me. If you want to book the third-party driving test, if you're trying to get an appointment and you can't find an appointment, I know how that is. Call me up at 954-588-8075. Again, that is 954-588-8075. Alright, so let's get into the video. The examiners are going to ask you as soon as they get, well, maybe not as soon as they get in the car, but sometime during the test. If you're parked facing uphill, what direction do you turn the steering wheel? The answer is left, away from the curb. Then they'll say, what else do? You put the car in park, you pull up the parking brake, and you turn off the ignition. Okay? Then they're going to tell you to do the turn signal. Signal left, signal right. They're going to say blow the horn, press and release the brake. They're making sure that the brake lights are working, the turn signal lights are working, the horn is working. They will not take you out in a car if any of those things are not working. Then they'll tell you to turn the steering wheel all the way to the left. They're checking your left front tire. They will not take you out in the car if your tires are bad. Then they'll say turn all the way to the right. Again, they're checking your right front tire. Once you're done with that, I want you to straighten the wheel. So that is 1. You see cyan 1 time. You go all the way around again until you see cyan twice. So if your car is a Toyota, a Nissan, a Honda, a Chevy, or whatever, you want to see the logo in the upright position 2 times. Alright? So now let's get into the actual video. So they're going to tell you to reverse from here where the test starts. And we're going to go to the left, right? So you're going to look behind you and reverse. You can look outside here. You can look over the left side and the right side to make sure you're looking. When your mirror is past the end of the line, like about that, you're going to turn all the way to the right. And you're going to continue reversing. Make sure you're looking back. Okay? They do not want you using the mirror here. And you know, they don't want you using the mirror. They don't want you using your camera. So make sure you're looking behind. Okay, then they're going to say make a left turn. Make sure you put on your turn signal. Every time they say make a left or right, make sure you signal. Otherwise, you're going to be losing 4 negative points for every time that you forget to turn on your signal. We're going to go into the right lane. Make sure you drive on the right side. And the speed limit in here is maximum 10 miles per hour. So you cannot go flying through the parking lot. That will not work, okay? So we're making another left turn down here. So you make sure you come to a complete stop. And you look in both ways to make sure there are no cars coming into the plaza or leaving the plaza. Now we're going to go into the right lane as usual. And again, maximum 10 miles per hour. Coming down by where these dumpsters are, you're not going to signal. There's no need to. And look what the DMV line looks like at 7:10 in the morning. That's what the line looks like. It's crazy. Alright, so they're going to tell you to make a right turn here. You slow down and you make a right. About here you will stop. They'll tell you to stop about here, and you're going to do what's called a quick stop. So they'll tell you to speed up to 20 here and do a sudden stop. They'll say do the sudden stop without screeching the brakes or anything like that. So screeching the tires. So speed up 20 make sure you don't lock up the brake and make the car slide, right? Then they'll say reverse in a straight line for about 30 feet. So you look behind, you look over here, you look over here, and you just roll straight back, right? When they tell you to stop, then you stop. You're rolling back for about 20-30 feet. And then you stop, put the car back in drive. And they're gonna say go down to the end here and go around the corner here. Then we're gonna park and do the 3-point turn and all that good stuff. Alright, they're gonna say park in between these poles. Now, in almost any car that you use, you will line up the mirror with the cones. That works perfectly in 99% of the cars. This car is super short, so I'm lining up the steering wheel. See? I'm lining up the steering wheel with the pole right here. And that works well with this car, right? So you turn all the way to the left, you roll into the parking space. As you get to the middle of the space, you straighten the wheel and you pull straight in. And again, this works 100%. This works every single time, right? Look behind, and this time you're gonna roll back. They're gonna say reverse and go to the left because you're gonna do the 3-point turn. Let's make sure you're looking. As soon as your mirror is past the pole like that, maybe like a foot past it, you're gonna turn your steering wheel all the way to the right. Look behind you, and when your mirror is past the middle of the line, like about right there, you're gonna stop, put the car back in drive, signal to the left because we're gonna do the 3-point turn. So they're gonna tell you pull up next. They're not gonna tell you to pull up next to the line. They're gonna say do a 3-point turn. I am telling you to pull up close to the line, like about that. 3-point turn, you signal left, you turn all the way to the left. Then you're gonna go forward and stop before you hit the curb over in that side. Put the car in reverse, turn the steering wheel all the way to the right, look over your left shoulder and reverse. When your mirror is past the middle line, then you stop right there, put it back in drive, signal left again, and turn all the way left. So that is the 3-point turn. You're gonna come to the stop sign about right here. Complete stop. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're signaling left. Otherwise, you will be losing 4 points. And then we're gonna go back to where the test starts. And that is literally the driving test. So we're gonna drive back up to the front. But again, I'm gonna show you guys what the DMV line looks like. And this is every DMV every day of the week. It's past ridiculous. See what I'm saying? This is the line. And this is an hour before the DMV opens, literally. This is crazy. And that goes all the way up to the front. Yeah, any DMV that you go to, that will be the case. Okay? So I don't know how they're going to solve the problem. I'm hearing about a couple of solutions. When I get a concrete about what they're going to do, then I'll make a video explaining what they're planning to do to try to alleviate some of this backlog that they have as it relates to their appointments and stuff. Alright, so we're gonna come back up here and we're gonna park. And that is essentially the driving test. Okay? Alright, so I'm gonna ask you guys again to subscribe to my other YouTube channels. That would be Exotic Car Culture if you like cars, Sequence Sound if you're into music, reggae, dancehall, sound systems, and this channel, again, if you haven't subscribed already, I'm asking you please to subscribe. We have the first time driver 4-hour class on the website. We have the 4-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour traffic ticket classes on the website. That would be accdriverseducation.com. And if you want to do the third-party driving test and you've tried to get an appointment at DMVs, can't find one for 2 or 3 months, just give me a call. I can do the third-party test for you. That's 954-588-8075. Again, that is 954-588-8075. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.